Some of them in Canada. There's a guy in Canada that they had to pay for his boob job while he was in jail for being a sex offender, and they put him in a women's prison. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gang, what's up? Aaron here, Canadian Looney. We're going to jump in with Joe Rogan and Steve-O. They've got some hysterical things they're discussing. They get Canada wrong all the time. Are they going to get this one right? Let's take a peek.
Right. And especially as speaking as a man who has daughters, like there are creeps. And if you give a creep, and I'm not saying all trans people are creeps,
right,
but a lot of these fucking people that are in trouble for going into women's bathrooms dressed as a woman with a fucking beard and a heart on are just that. They're creeps.
Right, okay.
They're crazy men. And these crazy men, their entire life, they would get beaten up for that. And now all of a sudden, they have to be accepted. So you've got two things going on at the same time.
For sure.
You've got people with gender dysphoria that genuinely wish they were a woman or genuinely wish they were a man. And by the way, it's men that are the problem. No one gives a fuck about trans men going into the men's bathroom. Come on in. Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? Oh, a girl's going to shit next to you? Or what is she going to do? She's going to pee out of a funnel?
Right,
what is she going to do? Like,
hey,
no one's going to get hurt.
I'm not arguing
no
with
one's
you on
going to get hurt. This is the problem. When you allow perverts to have this hall pass to go into women's locker rooms and bathrooms. So you can't say you're not allowed to use the bathroom where you work. That's not true. You're just not allowed to use the women's room where other women are in there because you're not a woman. And I know you wish you were a woman or whatever's going on.
Okay.
But you're not.
Know what? You make a very, very good point.
If you're a woman, talk to most women about this. And it's, unless they're insanely captured by this woke ideology where they can't see reality and the fact that perverts are still a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
And this loophole. You've given loopholes. Like, there's men in prison. I think it's like 47 biological males in California are housed in women's prisons. Some of them are sex offenders. Some of them in Canada. There's a guy in Canada that they had to pay for his boob job while he was in jail for being a sex offender, and they put him in a women's prison. Yeah.
I'm not arguing with
There's
any of that.
men who have pretended to be women, gone into women's prison, had sex with women and impregnated them. There's men who have sexually assaulted and raped women in prison that are pretending to be women with functional dicks. All they have to do is identify, air quotes. When you just have to identify, that's it. No operation, no nothing, identify. That is bonkers. And do you think they're giving them estrogen when they get in prison? Do they give hormone replacement therapy to people in prison? I don't know. But even then, it's still a man with estrogen. You can't escape your fucking chromosomes, okay? And until you can, until there's some sort of a CRISPR thing that like, you really want to be a woman, we can turn you into an actual woman. Until that happens, what you're dealing with is a form of gender dysphoria, which has always been classified as a mental illness until people became much more empathetic and sensitive to people that have this problem.
Right. And you make a completely valid argument.
Nobody should be able to tell you can't do something fucking stupid like get a boob job because they are transgender. That's crazy.
Understood. My experience was that I didn't get any of this, like, sense that this was a creepy pervert, anything like that. I just thought,
they don't have to be a creepy pervert.
Right.
Right. But it's still a man.
Understood. I just thought, man, I heard what they had to say about, politicians trying to put them in internment camps and,
Who's doing that? What politicians are saying they should be put in internment camps?
I think that there was some kind of...
There might be one kook out there that's saying that to try to get attention. There's no movement to try to put transgender people in internment camps.
Okay, well then I'll land on this.
Do you know who's killed more people than ICE this year? Trans shooters. Do you know the majority of these high school shootings have been transgender people?
I did not know that.
Yeah. How many of them? There was one recently, and yeah, it's a lot of them. You know why? Because they're giving them psych medications, they're giving them a bunch of crazy hormones, and a lot of them probably have mental struggles already, and they're ostracized from society, and fill in the blank, and then they're empowered by thinking that the world has done something bad to them, and that there's like a genocide against trans people, and they attack J.K. Rowling, and they attack all these people. Martina Navratilova, who's like a famous lesbian, for being a bigot because she doesn't want biological men competing with women in tennis. It's nuts, man. And it's like either you go by biology or you do not. Either you go by XY chromosome, or then you're in this weird fucking gray area where someone could just tell you they're a woman. And that's how you get men in women's prisons.
Yeah. All right. You've convinced me.
Doesn't mean you can't be kind.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't. I try to be kind to everyone. And
Yeah.
if I meet someone who's trans, if they want me to call them Stacy or whatever, like I know a couple trans people. My friend Jim Norton is married to a trans woman.
Yeah.
I'm super cool with them. Hug her every time I see her. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if I was a woman, I want biological women in my. I think the solution is individual bathrooms whenever feasible. And if you want to have an all-gender bathroom, good luck with the legal ramifications of that if it's a bar, because then any guy can fucking go in there, and any guy and girl can be in if it's a multiple stall bathroom.
Right.
But the solution is XY chromosome. And the solution is, like, if a guy walks into the men's room with a dress on and he's trans, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him go to the bathroom. Like, what is the big deal?
Yeah.
You're like, at the end of the day, we have to understand that, like, what is more important? One person's feelings or the safety of all these women? And the safety of all these women is much more important.
Yep.
So you gotta be kind to people, but also you gotta have rules. There's a reason why there's a woman's room and a men's room. It's because some men are fucking creeps. And if you allow those creeps to just put on a dress, and again, I'm not saying all trans people are like this at all, but you can't have that loophole. You can't. Let's like you can't have an open border. Doesn't mean that all immigrants are murderers, and you don't think that either, right?
But
don't. Some people that sneak across the border, if you don't check, are going to be murderers. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
So you have to have a fucking closed border to check, and you have to have a gender border too.
Yeah. Well, God damn it. And my only takeaway from my experience that I was relating to you is that it made me feel compassionate.
Well, that's nice.
And I want to be a good.
That's good. A better reason would be it's fucking stupid to get a boob job. Don't do it. No one's gonna like you more or think you're cool because you got a boob job at 52.
I'm glad.
Don't.
I'm glad that.
How old are you now?
51.
Yeah, that's too old for a boob job.
Yeah.
Even if you're a girl.
Unless
you just got divorced, you're like, I need some new dick. I gotta go.
I'm really glad that I didn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But if you were here with a boob, with two giant boobs, I'd be like, I don't know what to say to this guy.
Oh, yeah.
We'll wrap it up right there, gang. Aaron, Canadian Looney, thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you in one of the next ones. Smash the like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Ciao for now.